alive because now, as we all know, Ultron was a turning point for the Avengers in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Not only did the android's life and death result in the existence of Vision, but they also led to the Sokovia Accords, the Avengers splitting up, and in a sense set the stage for Thanos' arrival on Earth. And I completely agree. But what if Ultron didn't die? That's exactly what one fan theory suggests. The android villain may even have realized Thanos was coming and used this realization to his advantage. The theory suggested on Reddit by user Emperor Joker, and these Reddit guys are pretty good, has a few parts to it in a couple of ways Ultron could have survived. One by jumping into a body or a drone unseen in Avengers Age of Ultron, and one in which Ultron is really living on in Vision. You can check out the theory below. And I will definitely go check that out right now. I'll be right back. Alright, so here's the theory. So this is my initial theory about Ultron and why I believe he is not dead. First off, he's not a human. He's a living AI with free will. I believe he lives inside a Vision or as kept or slash had a single drone stay out of the fight. Literally, that's all he had to do. He didn't have to do anything fancy. He just had to have one body or drone stay out of the fight. On to my theory about how he could be inside, or might actually be Vision. I believe he uploaded himself inside of Vision like a virus, and he was why Vision developed a romantic interest in Wanda. In Age of Ultron, it's clear Ultron and Wanda have a strange sort of connection, and he even expressed concern for her. I think maybe he somehow predicted Thanos coming and he realized he wouldn't have to do anything to realize his goal, and instead opted for being with Wanda via Vision. I like this idea because it really adds depth to Ultron and adds to his agency. The reason I believe he's alive is because, as he stated, he's not human or even organic. There are so many ways he can be alive. He could even be recovered by some random computer geek who finds one of his heads. Ultron was steps ahead of them all. I find it hard to believe he is really dead and didn't plan a contingency for his demise. And I completely agree. If it's one thing I learned from my grandfather growing up is he said always have a contingency plan or a backup plan. So I definitely feel like Ultron really has one of those things up his sleeve. And maybe this theory might just be onto something that we didn't really think about. I know for certain I didn't. But back on, I always thought that, maybe Ultron probably is still alive in some way. I mean, after we all die, I mean, we're still around. I mean, via our lessons and our philosophies that touch other people. So we'll see what happens. But back to the initial article. So as you can see, the general thrust of the theory is that, as the poster writes, there are so many ways, end quote, that Ultron can be alive. While the idea of Ultron somehow managing to escape into a drone or other body seems a little challenging, considering it was Vision who destroyed him using an energy beam from the Mind Stone, the idea of Ultron being a part of Vision is an interesting one. It's already acknowledged that Vision is part Ultron. Not only did Ultron and Helen Cho create his body, but Vision himself admits he's a mixture of Ultron and Jarvis. But the idea that Ultron uploaded himself into Vision instead of being destroyed as a way of more or less sitting back and waiting for Thanos to come and destroy most of humanity is kind of chilling, especially when connected to another theory that Ultron has known all along that Thanos was coming. Ultron was originally programmed to protect Earth and humanity from extraterrestrial threats. While he uses the internet to learn about his creator, and that's what horrifies him into believing the Avengers are the real threat, his sentence is powered by the Mind Stone. It's not impossible that via the Mind Stone, he learned about Thanos and his plans for the Infinity Stones and the universe as a whole. If Ultron was aware of Thanos and his plans and figured out that he was going to lose to the Avengers, it would be pretty clever for Ultron to hide out in Vision and let Thanos do his work. It would save him some effort, after all, and machines are nothing if not efficient. Definitely facts. And this is a pretty compelling theory. I really like this one. And for a joke, you really did your thing here, man. All of that said, though, there is a pretty major hole in that aspect of the theory. Even if Ultron survived in Vision, when Thanos took the stone in Infinity War, so that he could use its power to wipe out half the life in the universe, Ultron would have died as Vision did. It's also possible that if Ultron had retreated into another body or drone to survive, the taking of the Mind Stone or even the snap itself could have destroyed him anyway. After all, exactly what constitutes life for the purposes of balancing the universe isn't exactly made clear. What do you guys think? Did Ultron somehow survived? Did he hide it out inside the Vision? Is he inside the Mind Stone? Did Ultron know Thanos was coming? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let them know in the comment section below as well, since it's their article as well. And make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. If you guys have any requests on video requests on what you guys want me to talk about in my next video, please let me know in the comment section below. Or feel free to private message me in the backside of my YouTube page. This has been your boy Cherry Speaks, man. I love you guys. God bless.